students, today we are going to start from question number 26. Hopefully today we shall complete the remaining questions of the miscellaneous exercise and the chapter also. So let us see from question number 26 onwards. In this question we have given that the left hand side we need to prove equal to the right hand side. So what is actually the left hand side? Left hand side is a combination of a two series in the form of numerator and denominator. So what is numerator is given here? 1 into 2 square, 2 into 3 square, dash dash dash, and into n plus 1 the whole square. Similarly, the denominator is given here 1 square into 2 plus 2 square into 3 plus dash 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 n square into n plus 1. Okay, so we need to show that the value of the LHS is equal to the RHS. So we shall do one thing. Here we shall find out the value of left hand side, and that will come equal to the RHS. First of all, to get the value of LHS, you can see the LHS is categorized or divided into numerator and denominator. So we shall find out separately the value of numerator as well as the denominator. So first we can take for numerator. Okay, so we will mention here for numerator. Okay, what is the nth term is given to us? So see, an is given here 1 into 2 square plus 2 into 3 square. That is actually sequence is given. Okay, it is not the nth term. Dash dash dash, we can say that plus n into n plus 1 the whole square. So in place of an, I think we shall make one correction small, and we'll write down here this is our numerator value. Okay, so yes, we'll make small correction. This is actually not an. In place of an, we can say this is our value of numerator, and we can denote it by n. So we can say that therefore, see, now for this sequence, if I want to find out the nth term, so nth term is already mentioned for this sequence. It is mentioned as n into n plus 1 the whole square. You can put up the value of n is equal to 1, n is equal to 2, n is equal to 3, and you can observe you will get the first, second and third term of sequence automatically. Now we shall solve this nth term. So an will be equal to n into the bracket n square plus 1 plus 2n. I expanded by the formula a plus b the whole square. Now n we can multiply inside. So an will be equal to n cube plus n plus 2n square. Okay, and I have multiplied. Now we shall take the sum. So we can see that therefore summation of an, we are taking the sum of all terms. That's why the summation symbol I have taken. Summation of n cube plus summation of n plus 2 will be outside, and summation of n square. Let us put up the values. These values you know very well. Okay, summation of an we can denote by the symbol s1. Okay, s1 means sum of the numerator, or you can say that sn also you can say. So summation of n cube, formula is n into n plus 1 divided by 2 whole power 2. This is the formula of summation of n cube. Summation of n is same, but power 2 will not come. So n into n plus 1 upon 2, and plus 2 into n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 divided by 6. Okay, I am not cancelling 2 and 6 over here because it will be easier for me to take the common. So common I am taking here n into n plus 1 divided by 2. Okay, so what will remain inside? It will remain n into n plus 1 upon 2. Here it will remain 1. Okay, and from here also if we take the common n into n plus 1 upon 2, then this 2 will remain as it is. Okay, and into bracket it will remain 2n plus 1, and from 6, since we have taken 2 common, remaining is 3. You can cross check by multiplying n into n plus 1 upon 2 in the last term, right? Now we shall go further. So n into n plus 1 upon 2, now we can keep it as common as it is. Okay, and here in this bracket I am taking the 6 as an LCM. So 6 is my LCM. This will become as see, 6, first of all we shall divide by 2, so remaining is 3. So 3 will multiply in numerator. So 3n into n plus 1 plus, here directly 6 will come, plus here 3 to the 6 and 2 to the 4. So 4 into the bracket, it will remain 2n plus 1. Bracket close. Correct? Now we shall go further. Now the numerator part we will simplify. So it would be n into n plus 1 upon 2 into the bracket 3n square plus 3n plus 6 plus 8n plus 4 whole divided by 6 is equal to 3n into n plus 1 upon 2 will be as it is. Let us add the like terms. So 3n square as it is, 3n plus 8n, that will become 11n, and 6 plus 4, that will be 10, whole divided by 6. 6 and 2 I will multiply further, so it will become n into n plus 1 upon 12. And can we split this one? Multiplication required 30 and addition required here 11. So I think 6 and 5 will work. 6 into 5 30, and 6 plus 5 11. So we can write down this one as 3n square plus 6n plus 5n plus 10. Okay, now further we'll take the common. So if we take common terms, so n into n plus 1 upon 12 will be as it is. From here I am taking common 3n, so remaining will be here n plus 2, plus from here I am taking 5 common, remaining is here n plus 2 again. N plus 2 will be common, and finally we can say that the value of S1 we got. I tried to write down the value of S1 in the form of factors. So when we shall find out the value of denominator, some common terms can be easily cancelled. Okay, into n plus 2 and then into 3n plus 5. This will be our equation number 1. Okay, now the same job we need to repeat for denominator. So see what is the denominator given to us. See, the denominator is given 1 square into 2. Now square is coming onto the first term. Terms are coming same, only the square is different. So it is becoming n square into n plus 1. Earlier it was n into n plus 1 the whole square. So now it is n square into n plus 1. So we'll write down the denominator. Now we can say that denominator is 1 square into 2 plus 2 square into 3 plus dash 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 n square into n plus 1, right? Once shall we check the sequence we have written right? 1 square into 2, 2 square into 3. Okay, n square into n plus 1. So let us start now. We can say that therefore here the nth term will be n square into n plus 1. and if we multiply inside, this will become n cube plus n square. Now we shall take the summation on both the sides. The summation of an will be equal to summation of n cube plus summation of n square. Okay, apply the formula of summation of n cube and summation of n square, and this summation of an I am supposing as s2. So this will be n into n plus 1 upon 2 whole power 2 plus n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 upon 6. That is the formula of summation of n square. Again here also we shall take common n into n plus 1 upon 2. So we'll take now common n into n plus 1 upon 2. So remaining is here n into n plus 1 upon 2 plus here it will remain 2n plus 1, and out of the 6 2 we have taken, so remaining is 3. So now let us take the LCM. Okay, so first n into n plus 1 upon 2 will be as it is. Here LCM I am taking 6. Cross multiply, this will be 3n into the bracket n plus 1 plus 2 into the bracket 2n plus 1. Okay, now further n into n plus 1 upon 2 will be as it is, and here we shall multiply further. This will be 3n square plus n plus 4n and then plus 2 and whole divided by 6. At 6 and 2 we can multiply, so it will become now n into n plus 1 divided by 12 into the bracket. This is becoming now 3n square plus 5n plus 2. So multiplication is required here 6 and addition required 5n. So I think 3 and 2 will work. So here further we can write down n into n plus 1 upon 12 will be as it is. Okay, and here now I am writing 3n square plus 3n plus 2n and plus 2. Just I am splitting the middle term. So here n into n plus 1 upon 12 will be as it is, and here if I take common 3n, remaining is here n plus 1, and here if I take 2 common, remaining is same n plus 1. So it would be n into n plus 1 upon 12. One more n plus 1 will come here. Okay, and 1 will come 3n plus 2. This will be the value of final value of S2. Now we need to find out the value of whole fraction. So we shall divide the equation 1 by equation 2. So here we can say that equation number 1 divided by equation number 2. So now what shall we get? S1 upon S2 will come 100%. Okay, is equal to, let us see what value we have kept in the equation number 1, that we shall put up. That is, I think n into n plus 1, sorry here 2 I wrote by mistakenly, n into n plus 1 upon 12, then n plus 2 and 3n plus 5, n into n plus 1, n plus 2, 3n plus 5. So this will be n into n plus 1 into n plus 2 into 3n plus 5 whole divided by 12. Okay, and here it is coming as n into n plus 1 upon 12 again n plus 1 is coming. Okay, here one more n plus 1 is coming, but I think this will not be cancelled. So what we need to prove? Somewhere we are doing the mistake. Let me rectify the value of equation number 1. 3n square. Yes, if we take common 2, 3, and if we take common n plus 2 will only remain. So what is the required? 3n plus 5. We required actually 3n plus 5 upon 3n plus 1 is required. So 3n plus 5 we are getting it in the, okay, so we can check first the denominator term. Maybe in denominator we are doing some mistake. So summation of n cube is n into n plus 1, because n square into n plus 1 we have kept. Let us check once. Somewhere we are doing the mistake. N square into n plus 1. Okay, so n square I have multiplied inside. So this will become n cube n into n plus 1 upon 2, and n into n plus 1 upon 2 if I take common. So remaining is 2n plus 1 upon 3. That is correct. And 6 I am taking the LCM. So 3, okay. Here see one small mistake we have done. 3n into 1, that will be 3n will come. This is small mistake we have done. That's why I thought somewhere the calculation mistake we have done it. Okay, now we have rectified. Here we need to rub some part from this place. See, 1 and 3n we have written wrong. So from here I think we need to make correction. This part will be wrong. We shall rub completely. Same way this one is also becoming wrong now. And this one is also. So let me rub this one first, then we can go ahead. And this one also. N into n plus 1 upon 12 is correct. Okay. And the last also we can rub it, because this is also wrong. Yes. See, the small mistake, our whole question was becoming wrong. See here, the multiplication 3n square plus 3n will come. So this will become 3n square plus 7n plus 2. So multiplication should be 6 and addition should be 7. So here we can take it now. 3n square plus 6n plus n plus 2. Now we can take common. 3n is common, remaining is here n plus 2, and here 1 is common, so remaining is n plus 2. Okay. Now further, n plus 2 I have taken common, so remaining is here 3n plus 1. Right? So here we can make correction. This is n plus 2 and then 3n plus 1. That's why I thought here n plus 2 is coming and there it is not coming. So how it is possible to cancel? Now we can do one thing. First term we can keep it as it is, n into n plus 1 into n plus 2 into 3n plus 5. Okay, upon 12, and this one we can denote it by the left hand side because it is LHS only, and divide sign I am converting into multiplication. So 12 will go up and the terms will go down of numerator. N into n plus 1, n plus 2 into 3n plus 1. Okay, now observe. 12 cancel, n plus 1 and n plus 2. These all three terms are cancelled. So we can say that therefore the left hand side is equal to 3n plus 5 whole divided by 3n plus 1. Okay, and which is equal to the RHS. So we can say that hence it has been proved whatever we required. Lengthy question, but I don't think it is difficult. Okay, let us see the next question, question number 27. Yes, now 27 and question number 28 are of the same kind. Okay, so I am explaining you 27th question, and in the same manner, only the matter of digits are different, so that you need to try by your own. So let us see first question number 27. In the question number 27, they are saying a farmer buys a used tractor for rupees 12,000 rupees. He pays rupees 6,000 cash and agree to pay the balance, which is remaining 6,000 again, in the annual installment of rupees 500 plus 12% interest on the unpaid amount. Means each and every time he will pay the 500 rupees. Okay, and they are asking how much will the tractor cost him. Annual installment means each and every year he is paying one installment. Okay, each and every month he is not paying that. You need to keep in mind first. So first we shall write down here what we have given in the question. First you see in this question the total amount, a total cost, we can see total cost is equal to rupees 12,000, that is given in the question. Okay, then we can say amount paid in cash, how much amount he has paid. So amount paid in cash is equal to rupees 6,000, right? So we can say that balance amount, or you can say that unpaid amount. Balance or unpaid amount means the amount need to be paid. So balance or unpaid amount will be equal to, here remain 6,000 rupees, that we can see, because from 12,000 subtract the amount he has paid. So remaining is here 6,000 rupees, right? Now what he's saying, I will pay the remaining or the unpaid amount in the annual installment 500 rupees plus the interest on the unpaid amount. So we can say that amount on each installment means each and every installment how much he is going to pay. That will be 500 rupees he is paying plus 10% of, sorry, 12%. I wrote 12% here. 12% of unpaid amount, that we can see. Okay, now see, if we include the amount of balance one, then the question will become little difficult. So what shall we do it to make this question little simple? Because the last line whatever I written, if I follow that statement accordingly, means if I find out the installment of each and every amount, then it will become little difficult for us. So what shall we do it? We shall keep the principal value in this question separate, and we shall find out the interest separately. Then the principal value and the interest we shall add all together at the last, and then we can say that yes, this is the total amount he is going to pay. Okay, so first you see we shall find out here the interest, how much interest we are going to pay over there. So we can say that total interest, total interest is equal to 12% of, see, first of all, the first EMI when he is paying, what is the unpaid amount along with 500 rupees? On that time, the total unpaid amount is 6,000 rupees, means first time when he was paying, that is 6,000 rupees. Okay, plus then second time when he came, on that time 500 rupees he has paid on that, so remaining amount will be now 5,500. Third time when he is coming, on that time we can say the remaining amount will be 5,000, and plus it will go in the same manner. We can say that at last when he will come, the remaining amount will be definitely remain how much? It will be 500 rupees. That much only it will remain. Okay, because each and every time he is paying 500 rupees, so the principal amount is decreasing by 500. So at last the principal amount will remain 500 rupees. On that he is paying 12% interest along with the 500 rupees as a principal amount. So here if I take 12% common, so 12% off, that we can say 6,000 plus 5,500 plus 5,000 plus dash dash dash, it will remain 1,000 plus 500, means at the last sequence if we are coming, it is remaining last 500. Now this sequence, if you are adding 10 to 1 or you are adding 1 to 10, the addition will remain same. So we will reverse the sequence, means now we shall write down 12% of 500 plus 1,000 plus dash dash dash, we shall go up till 6,000. That is also remains same. There is no difference. Now you observe this is going to form as an AP. This is our arithmetic progression. Okay. So this arithmetic progression, addition, all the terms we will find out. So we can say that here, first of all, the value of AP. Here what AP we are going to get. So AP we are getting here 500 comma 1,000 dash dash dash, it is going up till 6,000 rupees. So value of A will be here 500, D will be here 1,000 minus 500 will be equal to 500. Okay, value of N, how many terms are there, that we don't know, so keep it as question mark, and the last term is here 6,000. So let us apply the formula of last term. So we can say that since last term is equal to A plus N minus 1 into D. So what is the value of L here? L is equal to 6,000 is equal to 500 plus N minus 1 into again 500. Okay. Now from 6,000, first of all subtract 500, remaining is here 5,500 is equal to N minus 1 into 500. Now from 500, let us divide 5,500. These two zeros and these two zeros are cancelled. 5 ones are 5 and 5 11s are 55. So after solving it, value of N will be coming here 12. Now let us find out the sum, because sum we required of to find out the total interest. So we can say that therefore S12 is equal to 12 upon 2 into the bracket 2 into A. What is the A here? 500 plus N minus 1, that is 12 minus 1 into D. So that will be 500 again, because A and D are same here. So 12 upon 2 will become here 6, and 2 into 500, that is 1,000 plus 5,500, because 12 minus 1 11 and multiplied by 500. So this will be 6 into 6,500. Multiply both of them. So we can say that therefore S12 is equal to 2 zeros will come, 6 5s are 30, again one more 0, remaining 3, 6 6 are 36 plus 3, this will be 39. So we can say that therefore now this value I am keeping in the place of bracket. Remember, this is not a total interest. Total interest will be a 12% of this because the 12% we kept it outside. You can check. Okay, see here you observe this 12% we have kept it outside. 12% off, and the terms coming in the bracket, only that addition we have found. So that addition is coming here 39,000. Now for 39,000, 12% we shall find out. Okay, so here total interest will be 12%, 12% of 39,000. Okay, so it will be 12 upon 100 multiplied by 39,000. Two zeros we can cancel directly. Okay, 1 0 will remain here. 12 nines are 108, carry 10, 12 threes are 36 plus 10, I think it is 4680. Okay, please see if calculation mistakes are there. Once we can check, 12 lines are 108, carry 10, 12 yeah, 36 plus 10, 46. So see, this is the a part of the interest he is paying. So we can say that total cost of tractor will be principal amount plus what is the part, interest, that is remain. Okay, so principal amount, how much we have, 12,000 because he bought the tractor for 12,000 rupees, and amount of interest is 4680. So 12 plus 416, I think the answer should be 16,680 rupees. This should be your final answer. Okay, so you can see this question once again. If you understood well, then question number 28 you need to solve it by your own. Okay, now let us see the next question. Question number 28 I am leaving. Acha, once I will explain to you the question number 28, then it will be easier for you. See, in the question number 28, it is given that Shamshad Ali buy a scooter for rupees 22,000. See, it was given in the earlier question 12,000. Here figure is given 22,000. He pays rupees 4,000 in cash. There he paid half amount in cash, 6,000 rupees, and balance amount was again 6,000. But here the balance amount will be 18,000. Agree to pay the balance in annual installment of rupees 1,000 plus 10% interest on the unpaid amount. How much will the scooter cost him? Okay, so here if I give you an introduction and the start over here, I can say that total cost will be equal to rupees 22,000. Okay, then amount paid in cash, that is actually not required here, but suppose if we find out amount paid in cash, so that will be rupees 4,000. Okay, and balance amount, or we can say that unpaid amount, because on the unpaid amount only he is paying the interest. Whatever the amount remain, on that only we are paying the interest, that is rupees 18,000. Okay, so now if we try to find out total interest, so see, directly I am finding the total interest. Okay, we can apply different method also. So total interest will be equal to 10% off. First of all, it will be unpaid amount is at the first time, that is 18,000 plus 10% of 17,000 because each and every time, see, he is paying 1,000 rupees. Okay, then third time it will be 10% of 16,000 and so on. Okay, plus dash 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 till where it will go. The last one is remain 10% of 1,000, because the last time when he was paying the installment, the balance amount will be remaining as 1,000 rupees. So he is paying the interest on that and he has paid 1,000 rupees. So amount becomes nil. So here we can say that it would be 10% of that you take common, and I am reversing the sequence also. That will be 1,000 plus 2,000 plus dash dash dash. It will go up till 18,000. Okay. Now from here, first find out the this is an AP, so find out the sum of AP. First find out the number of terms. However, number of terms will be here 18 only, but better you show by the last term formula, and then find out the sum, and then you find out the 10% of that sum whichever you got from the AP, and that 10%, that is your total interest, add into in that 22,000, because principal amount is here 22,000. So total principal amount he has paid, total interest he has paid, that both you compile, you will get easily the required answer. Now I hope from here easily you can solve it. So I am leaving this question for you. Question number 29. Now see, in the 29th question, what they are saying, a person writes a letter to 4 of his friends. He asks each one of them to copy the letter and mail it to 4 different persons. Means see, suppose this is the first person and he is writing the letter to 4 different persons. 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, so how many letters he wrote initially? 4. Now each and everybody of these 4 person, they are writing 4 letters. Okay, so total these 4 friends, how many letters they are writing? Each one is writing 4 letters. So all 4 of them are writing 16 letters, and this chain is going up till some terms. Okay, so we need to find out here further. They are saying with the instruction that they move the chain similarly, assuming that the chain is not broken and that it cost 50 paise to mail one letter. Means the cost of one letter is given here 50 paise. Find the amount spent on the postage when the 8th set of the letter is made. Means the chain is going up till 8th level. Then we need to find out the total amount spent on the postage. First of all, we need to find out at the 8th level, at the 8th step, we need to find out how many letters have been posted. Suppose if we say the total 100 letters have been posted. Okay, so that 100 letters we need to multiply by 50 paise, because rate of one letter is 50 paise here, and then only we can find out the total cost. So see how we can find out first here. First of all, you see what is the given sequence. Here one thing you observe, the sequence will be of GP. I will show you how it is possible. See, initially he wrote a letter to the 4 friends. Then 4 friends are writing the letter to the 4 more friends over there. So since each and everybody is writing 4 letters, so from the 4 friends, it will become 16. And see, again from the 16 friends, again 4 letters are written. So it will become 64, and then it is going dash 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 up to 8 terms, that we can see. Okay, because we need to find out up till 8 terms only. So here we can say that value of A will be equal to 4, R will be equal to 16 upon 4 is equal to 4, N will be equal to 8, and we need to find out the sum. Here I wrote the value of 4 to the power 8 because in the question we need to find out the final answer. So I have calculated earlier only, and 4 to the power 8, if it is required, I have written this value. Okay. Now let us find out the sum. Remember here A8 is not required, means we don't want to see, we don't want to find out the in the last term how many letters are posted. We need to find out from the beginning the letters we need to find out. So for that sum is required to be find out. So here we can say that since Sn will be equal to a into the bracket r to the power n minus 1 upon r minus 1. So we can say that here the formula I applied for r more than 1. Okay, because value of r is more than 1 is given. So a, that is 4 into the bracket 4 to the power, because see, value of a is also 4 and r is also 4. 4 to the power 8 minus 1 upon 4 minus 1. Okay, now further see, 4 to the power 8 value already we have written 65536. So this will be 4 upon 3 into the bracket 65536 minus 1. In the examination, if it is becoming lengthy for you and you do not have really time, then you can leave it till here also. Okay, but still we can find out this value, because in the answer of the book also it is given like that. So 4 upon 3 into it will remain 65535. Can we divide by 3? Is it possible? 3 plus 5 8, 8 plus 10 18, plus 6 24. Yes, we can divide it. So 3 to the 6, 3 ones are 3, remaining 2 25, 3 8s are 24, then remaining 13, 3 4s are 12, and 3 5s are 15. This 21845. So 4 into 21845, that we can say Sn, or we can say total number of letters. Okay, so here we shall mention total number of letters is equal to, multiply both of them, 4 into 5 20, 0, remaining 2, 4 4 is 16, plus 2, that is 18, carry 1, 8 4 is 32, plus 1 33, then again carry 3, 4 ones are 4, plus 3 7, and 4 twos are 8. I think it is coming 87,380 letters have been posted. One, we can check the multiplication. 5 4s are 20. I will multiply here. We will rub it afterwards. 21845 multiply by 4. Hopefully it is right. 21845. That we can check. 3 to the 6, carry 6, carry 5. 3 ones are 3. Remaining 2 25. 3 8s are 24. 3 4s are 12. 3 5s are 15. Correct. And this one also we can check. 5 4s are 20, carry 2, 4 4 is 16, plus 2 18 8, carry 1, 8 4 is 32, plus 1 33, carry 3. Okay, 4 ones are 4, plus 3 7, and 4 twos are 8. Okay, 87,380. These are the total number of letters are posted. Now we shall multiply by the cost of one letter. So what we have given here, and cost of one letter, how much it is given? So cost of one letter is 50 paise. It is given to us 50 paise. We can say that it will be equal to 1 upon 2 rupees. If rupees in convert, it will be 1 upon 2. Okay, so we can say that total cost will be equal to 87,380 multiplied by 1 upon 2 rupees. Now divide by 2. 2 ones are 2, 2 fours are 8, 2 threes are 6, carry 1, 2 6 are 12, 2 nines are 18, and 0 will be as it is. So we can say that it will be equal to rupees 43,690. Okay, please check the calculation. If any mistake, please make it correct by yourself. Okay, only calculation mistake can be there. Okay, otherwise the method is completely right. So now let us see the next question, question number 30. So question number 30 is given as, now yes, question number 30. A man deposited rupees 10,000 in a bank at a rate of 5% simple interest annually. Remember, here it is given simple interest annually. So interest will not change, because principal will not change here. Okay, so for each and every year, since the principal remains same, interest will also remain same. Find the amount in 15th year since he deposited the amount, and also calculate the total amount after 20 years. First of all, we shall generate the AP or GP, whichever is applicable, and then we shall find out the value in the 15th year and after 20 years. So see, first we shall find out the interest of each and every year. As I told you in the beginning, the interest will not change. So for each and every year, first we shall find out the interest. Okay, and that we shall merge with the principal amount. So we can get the amount in first year, second year, third year, and so on. So first you see what is the principal amount is given in this question. Principal amount is given here, rupees 10,000. Then what is the rate is given here? 5%. Time is flexible, not same. So time we are not going to mention. We can say that interest every year or each year, whatever is suitable, you can write down interest every year. That is P into R into T upon 100, because it is simple interest. Okay, put up the value of P, that is given as 10,000 into 5 into 1 upon 100. Two zeros are cancelled. Okay, so we can get here the interest each and every year, it is coming 500 rupees. So now see, what will be the amount after 1 year? We can say that therefore amount at beginning means at 0th year. 0th year means first year is not completed. That is, we can say rupees 10,000. Okay, means in the beginning the amount will be 10,000 rupees. Until and unless the 1 year get over, you will not get the interest. So now we can say that amount after first year get over. So that we can say 10,000 plus 500, that will be 10,500. Sorry, 10,500. Yes, 10,500 rupees. Right? And similarly, if I say amount after second year, means you will get 500 rupees interest additionally. So 10,500, and again we shall add 500 rupees. So that will be 11,000 rupees. Right? So from here, let us generate the sequence. Now I hope you understood which kind of sequence is going to generate over here. Definitely we are going to generate the AP. So initially you see the amount is 10,000, then it is 10,500, then it will be 11,000, and so okay, it is going up till infinite number of years, we can see. So now value of A will be here 10,000, value of D will be here 500. Okay, that is given to us. Now value of N is not fixed because we require two values. So see the first one. In the first one, what they are saying, now you need to understand the difference between the two values they are asking. See, they are saying find the amount in 15th year, means 14 years are completed and the 15th year is going on. And here he is saying the calculate the total amount after 20 years. So here you see basically what we have done. We have started our counting from 0th year. Okay, this is the amount. See, 10,000 is the amount in 0th year, This is the amount in first year. Okay, our first year is over and second year is going on. Here second year is over, third year is going on. So if we want to find out the amount in 15th year, amount in 15th year, okay, so basically we require the value of A15 only. Okay, A15 we required here, because in the same manner if we go, so in 15th year means 15th year is running over there. In that case we require the value, because our principal value or our term is going to start from 0th year. That's why we are going till 15th. Okay, so this will be A plus 14D. So value of A and D we shall keep it here. Value of A we have 10,000 plus 14 into value of D is here 500. So 10,000 plus 7,000, multiply both of them. So it will become, we can say that amount in 15th year, amount in 15th year will be equal to 17,000 rupees. Okay, so that difference you remember, we are finding the amount in 15th year, so value of n we shall keep it here 15 only. Okay, why? Because we are starting from the 0th year. So you can say that this is the amount in 0th year, first one, this is 0th year, right? This will be first year, this will be second year. Okay, so in the same manner if you go, so value of n you need to keep it in the routine manner, n will be equal to 15. But when you say I require the amount after 20 year, so after 20 years you say the total 20 years are over. Okay, means 20 years are over, so we can say that I require the amount in 21 year, means 21st year is going on, that is running, same way the 15th year was running. So actually in the finding the amount after 20 year, he is asking the amount in 21st year. So value of n we shall keep it here 21. Okay, so that difference, minute difference is there, but still we shall confuse over here. We can keep the value of n is equal to 15 and n is equal to 20. Okay, so that care you need to be taken. Now we shall say, now amount after 20 years. Amount after 20 years is equal to amount in 21st year, that we can see. Okay, because amount in 15th year is equal to A15, so amount in 21st year will be equal to A21, and 20 years are over, so after 20 years 21st year is running. So in that particular year, what is the amount that we are finding it? So that will be equal to A21. It will be A plus 20D. Now let us put up the value. A will be again 10,000 plus 20 into 500. 500 into 20, I think that will become again 10,000. So 10,000 plus 10,000, that will be 20,000 rupees. This is your answer number 2, I suppose. Okay, and this is your answer number 1. Now see, if you want to solve this question by some different way, so you can take the second term as first. If you are still confused in this, then you can take this second term, means 10,500, 11,000 and so on. That you can take as first term, second term, third term and leave the 10,000. In that case, the amount in 15th year you can take as A14, and amount after 20 years you can take as A20. That is also possible. Since I have included the amount of 0th year also, so I am going it little back. Okay, so that there are two ways. You can take 10,500, 11,000 and so on. Okay, that you can take a sequence, means ignore the 10,000. So this is the amount after 1 year, after 2 year, after 3 year, and you can say so on. Okay, so here in that case, when you will find out the value of amount in 15th year, actually you require the value of A14 in that case. And when you are finding the amount after 20th year, you require the value of A20 only. So anyway, see, in the place of 15th year, we are putting the 14. Okay, so anywhere a little bit confusion can be there. So as you like, as you are comfortable, you can accordingly choose the required things. Okay, so this complete the question, and our time is also over because already we have taken a lot of time to complete these questions. Our two questions are remaining in the exercise, so we'll do one thing. We shall complete these two questions in the next session, and we can start the new topic as well. Okay, let us see which topic. I will see the remaining list of the topics over there. I will take again one new topic which will be more comfortable for you. Okay, so that topic we shall take it next time. Thank you.